I think something that was apparent for me when I was at university is what options were out there. I was very much a scientist. I studied biochemistry, but I didn't know what I could do beyond working in a laboratory.
One of the hardest things in my life is actually explaining what is a regulatory affairs professional.
Well, regulatory affairs is a very specialised area.
So for me this is the perfect environment, bringing people together, explaining the role of reg affairs, but also getting the new vibrant generation into it.
It's a very hard area to know anything about unless you're close to it.
And actually showing all of the different companies, because it's quite hard to get that visibility.
In terms of this event, I think it's really good to publicise exactly what regulatory is, because I don't think at universities it's necessarily publicised that well.
I think these events are really important because it gives people an opportunity to get an insight into the industry. I think if you're new out of university, you don't necessarily have the insight as to how do I get a career in regulatory affairs, who do I contact, what do I need to know. An event like today, it gives you that insight.
So no, something like this is great to explain what it is and actually how people can make that step, because often that's the hardest bit, and once they're in the industry, a lot of them don't look back.
Well, I think it's essential for our students to really develop their industry knowledge, and so opportunities like this are perfect for that.
Especially when, like ourselves, we're a consumer health-led company, so you know our brands, but you may not necessarily know us as a company. And actually bringing RB's name into the forefront, working alongside TOPRA, which I think is a key partnership for any regulatory affairs department.
I think these are really valuable. There are very few careers fairs that are focused just on regulatory affairs. It's a really skilled discipline and it's quite difficult to get into.
It's a good networking opportunity for students. I think regulatory affairs is not an easy role to get into.
To get that opportunity to meet with employers and have those initial conversations and really help them develop that professional mindset that's so important for them as they go out into the world of work.
Found really helpful. We got more direction on which avenues to pursue, so it kind of gave us ideas that we didn't have before.
We've had feedback from interviews for people really looking to change careers but not quite knowing where to start, how to make contacts, how to learn the skills and get the information needed to make that change. So I think these kind of events are very useful.
Ourselves as a company, we're recruiting a lot within the regulatory affairs discipline, and we're always interested in newcomers to the industry and looking for that new talent, because there are more jobs than we have regulatory professionals currently available.
So something like this is giving people the opportunity to learn of what companies are out there, what opportunities are out there.
This is the first event that I came across that I could able to get into networking with people and get into the exposure of what they are doing, the company is doing. So it's a really fascinating event for me.
It's also really good to see how different people got into the regulatory affairs roles that they're in. So it's good to get experience from such professional people, and they're also experienced as well. So it's good to see how they got into it.
We're looking for junior people, but also experienced people.
It's always essential that there's new, fresh blood coming into the industry.
I think it's bringing also this understanding to newcomers in the regulatory field, that there's a world also after regulatory affairs.
These kinds of events are really important for that.
I wish something like this had been around when I was a lot younger, I must say.
I think an event like that is perfect for it.